No, no, no. First of all, I first of all, I really appreciate you coming on.
Hey, thank you for having me, man. It's an honor.
The first question is how did you get involved in professional wrestling?
Oh man, well, I'm assuming just like everybody else, you watched it as a kid, so did I. I watched it with my family. My dad would always have us sitting in the living room on Thursday nights, watching Friday night. I mean, my bad, not Friday night, Thursday night SmackDown.
Okay.
Uh, couldn't afford cable, so that was the first actual wrestling show that I watched. So I was a SmackDown guy the whole time. Once I started
Okay.
seeing people like Eddie Guerrero, Edge, they kind of inspired me
Wow.
to want to get
Okay.
into the sport.
So yeah. So how long have you been in the business?
Man, let me see. I haven't really thought about it. Now you're making me think. Let's see. It's about to be 15 years in October. October 10th
Wow.
will mark my 15-year doing this.
Wow.
Yeah, I started kind of young, man.
What? How old are you now?
Man, I don't like giving my age. How old do I look?
You look like you're 26.
Oh man, thank you for the kind words, man. Nah, I just had my birthday. I just turned 34.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. I've been doing this for a little while though, but God's blessed me with good looks.
Man, you don't look 34.
Thank you, man.
So you said you you started 15 years ago.
Yes, sir.
So what school did you go to learn?
Well, that's the interesting part. I kind of had a mixture of them. So when I
Okay.
first started, I started with my brother, my best friend, Brian Keefe. Shout out to Brian Keefe. He's an AEW wrestler.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
yeah, me and him got into the business around the same time. So we started in 2010. The first place that we went to was Texas All Star Wrestling. It's
Okay.
a school owned by Bob Murphy. He's been around since 1994, I believe.
Okay.
So that was the first actual wrestling school that we went to. Uh, just one day, we were at I think the mall, and we seen a flyer for one of their shows at the local flea market. Then whenever we went there, it blew our mind. We never seen wrestling up front and close like that. So after the show, we got to meet some of the wrestlers. We got to meet the promoter, talk to him for a few moments, and then the rest is history.
So I was reading up. You're more of a luchador than a brother.
Well, I mean, I guess at this point, that's the truth. At first I wasn't like that, but
Okay.
I guess with all of the skills and knowledge that I picked up along the way, my style has kind of veered off to that side. So I would agree with your statement. Yeah, I'm more of a luchador nowadays.
Okay. Okay. And I read somewhere that you are in R ROW.
Yes, actually, yes. Currently, right now, I am at Reality of Wrestling. You know them? They have the WWED program.
Yeah, yeah,
Current owner, and obviously the owner forever has been Booker T and Charmel.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'm with them right now. I've been with them for a good while. Exact years I can't give you, but I love that place. If you want to learn to be a professional wrestler, if you want to hone your craft and become better than what you started, you definitely go to Reality of Wrestling and learn from the best. The 5-time WCW,
Yeah,
my bad,
fucked
the
up.
6-time World Heavyweight Champion, 2-time Hall of Famer Booker T.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So how is it learning under Booker T?
Man, that's an interesting question, honestly. It's amazing, kind of nerve wracking at times, because it is Booker T. He's done it
Yeah.
all. But at the end of the day, though, you kind of have to, I guess, strap down and be able to accept criticism and have a tough skin. You can't go into this thinking that you're the best at what you do. I mean, you
Mhm.
might be, but sometimes it takes a little bit more than just saying that. You have to put in the effort, the work, the time, and once you do all that, it all starts paying off for itself. You don't have to have anybody tell you you're doing good, because you'll actually start feeling
Yeah.
it and start understanding what Booker and Charmel have been telling you this whole time that you've been there training with them.
And I read that you were in like a stable called the Little Family.
Actually, yeah, yeah, I am. I'm wearing their shirt actually.
Okay, cool, cool,
Shout out to La
cool.
Familia. Yeah, so I'm actually a member of La Familia, man. It's a faction that we started back in 2018. Me and my brother, Aiden Cristiano, we were the original members of the team, and then ever since then, it kind of took a life of its own. Originally it was supposed to be a tag team, then it became a stable, then it became a faction, and right now, a couple of years later, we're back to two
Oh,
actual
really?
core members. I mean, we still have
Okay.
honorary members here and there, but at Reality of Wrestling, it's only the two core members that started, and me and Aiden Cristiano. We're looking to add more members, but it's kind of we kind of pick and choose who we want on our team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So, while you're wrestling, who is the most rival? Who is your rival in ROW?
So I guess I really haven't thought about who my rivals are, but I guess let me think about it for a second. I guess my rivals would have to be Fly Death,
Okay.
Zach and Warren. If you haven't heard of them, they're the 6-time Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions. They
Okay.
have been our rivals since 2018 when we stepped in the scene. They were actually our first opponents. We got our victory against them the first time. Kind of been having issues beating them afterwards, but
Okay.
we keeping tabs. One theirs, one ours, and hopefully by the end of it all, we become champions again and we beat them.
Yeah. Hopefully. Hopefully. Hopefully.
Hopefully,
Fingers crossed. Uh,
yes.
so I was wondering, have you ever worked with like WWE or AEW or TNA?
Well, yes, I've actually managed to work with AEW and WWE. Obviously, nothing major yet.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the next couple of years, we actually get to wrestle in the ring, and maybe even get a contract. But yeah, for AEW, I believe that we did one in Houston. It was me and Diego de la Cruz. Me and him were tag champions at the time.
Yeah.
So they actually sent an invitation to us to go to, I believe, AEW Dynamite whenever they were here in Houston, Texas. And then whenever they came back for Collision a few months later, we ended up going to El Paso so we could go over there and work with them. Uh, we've also been to WWE. I've been there once for a 4-day shot in 2018 whenever they had NXT,
Oh.
Survivor Series,
Okay.
Monday Night Raw, and Tuesday Night SmackDown. That was a great experience because I actually got to wrestle in a WWE ring in front of the whole SmackDown roster at the time. Got
Really?
some critiques from them. Shane McMahon, AJ Styles. Who else was there? I believe Brian Kendrick was there as well. He also gave us some information. By the way, shout out to him. He's a very cool individual, just like AJ Styles. They took the time, talked to us, gave us pointers, and told us what we needed to do to actually make it to the next level. And thanks to them, I've been taking their advice and little by little progressing to try to hone my craft and be where they're at right now.
Man, that's cool. That is cool.
Yeah.
So how did you come up with your wrestling name?
My wrestling name, man, that's actually that's a crazy one because I didn't had so many wrestling names when I first started. I started off as Javier Vega, using using my father's name, to honor him.
Okay.
But then started wrestling the lucha style, and before I
Mhm.
got to Booker T's, I started wrestling with a mask, so I had to change my name. I changed that
Okay.
name to that, and then whenever I went to Reality of Wrestling, I started off actually as a masked wrestler, but Booker T, being Booker T, he was like,
Yeah.
you don't need to be wearing a mask, you can show your face, you can show everybody who you are, and you'll have better traction like that. So whenever I took off the mask, he asked me what my name was. I told him what it was, and he was like, well, it's not a bad name, but let's see what we can come up with, and then Johnathan Vega was the name that we landed on. And coincidentally though, that's my father's middle name, so I was actually happy with that.
Wow. Okay. That's pretty
Life works
good.
in very mysterious ways.
Yeah, that is cool. Uh, I, I don't know if you heard about the news about wrestling. What do you think
uh,
about the What do you think about the whole Rampage Jackson's son?
you know what? I actually did hear about that situation. It's unfortunate though. I don't have much of an opinion on it, other than if it was what it was an unfortunate situation for everybody involved. I felt like it could have been handled better, especially in the way that the world is right now, where everybody's always on the edge, ready to
Yeah,
snap on somebody and ready to go off. It's better to take a moment, chill out, take a breath, and assess the situation differently, because I felt everything that happened that night could have been avoided. From the beer can getting smashed on somebody's head to
yeah.
him jumping the rail and taking liberties upon somebody else that trusted him with his body. I just don't like the situation all over. I felt like it was in very poor taste for many reasons. Not one in particular, not singling anybody out. I just feel like it could have been handled overall better.
So, are you more of a WWE fan, or are you an AEW fan, or
Oh man, I think I think in order to answer that one, I just have to say I'm a wrestling fan. It doesn't matter
okay,
where it's at, because sometimes I do watch AEW. Sometimes I do watch
okay,
WWE. Do I watch it as much as I would like to nowadays? Not really. I'd be so busy. Trying to travel in, and
yeah,
just trying to get everything done with life. But I guess I would always have to say I'm a WWE guy, because whenever I do find myself with some free time, I do go back and watch some old tape. I'm a big fan of 2002 through 2005 Raw and SmackDown. Those
okay,
were like my golden years. You have Eddie Guerrero and
oh
Edge and
yeah,
Chris
yeah,
Benoit on SmackDown, and Rey Mysterio, and Chris Jericho just raising up in the ranks. And then you have on the other side, you have Raw with all the star power. You have Triple H, Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, and everybody else. So, that was
yeah,
a great time for
oh
wrestling.
yeah,
And
it was.
whenever, I think about going back and studying the greats, or just even, something that would help me advance my career, I try to go back to those time frames. Obviously, there's many more, but those time frames hold a dear place in my heart.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's great. I have two more questions left. Um, if you could put five people on the wrestling Mount Rushmore, who would you put on? Did we lose him?
Hey, how are you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. I see my audio is working better this time.
Yes, it is.
Okay, good, good. I was trying to get that fixed before I even came in the room again.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, because I know last time it was a whole ordeal, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing. How about you?
Doing good, man. Just got out the gym right now. That's why I decided to do it in the car before I even pulled off, man.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Cool.
Get
Cool.
this
Cool.
interview. How you
Uh,
yeah, yeah, my bad. Where did we left off?
um, I think we left off. I was asking you. Is there anybody we should watch out for from ROW?
You know what? There's a handful of people, man, but I'll what should I do? Should I do one, two, three? How many people should I name? Should I give a shout out to?
Of probably three plus
Okay.
yourself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not counting myself, you know. One of the persons that I would definitely keep an eye out though is for the guy that took me under his wing, my mentor, Aiden Cristiano. He's been doing this for a while. He has the knowledge, the tools to come to do this at a high level, and I think he's one of the people that you should be watching out for these next couple of years, because I feel like his opportunity to actually be able to show people what he can do on a grander stage is coming.
Okay.
Uh, the second one, is my enemy, rival, and also, my brother, Gino Medina. Gino Medina just came back this next week at the Reality of Wrestling Platinum show that we're having. He's facing off against TNA champion Trick Williams. So, I'm pretty
Really?
sure, yeah, so that should be a good one. And I'm pretty sure that
Ooh,
you're going to be hearing a lot about Gino Medina after that match is said and done.
okay.
Yeah. And, well, the third one, oh man, the third one, that's a tough one, man. The third one, who to keep an eye out for at Reality of Wrestling? You know what? It doesn't even have to be a male. Can
Yeah,
I?
yeah,
Can
it
I?
can be
Yeah.
anybody.
Promise Braxton.
All right.
That's who you should keep an eye out for. She just had a hell of a match with Natalia.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, last month they had a slobber knocker to quote my boy Jim Ross.
Yeah.
So those are my three.
So what about you? Do you have anything lined up with WWE or AEW? The last time we talked, you said you did work for WWE, work for AEW for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. So I've done extra work for AEW, and I've had extra work for both WWE as well as a trial match in front of people
Mhm.
for them. Right now, I don't know when the next time will be that I get an opportunity to go to AEW because I know whenever they come into town, I might be in Denver, Colorado, wrestling up there. But
Okay.
I still haven't finalized everything, so it just depends.
Okay.
WWE might be actually more of a realistic goal at the moment, just because with the WWE ID partnership, the Reality of Wrestling
Yeah.
has going on and everything, that might be in my future more than AEW. But you never know, though. Everything has a way of lining up the way that it's supposed to, so it just depends on how everything lines up for me.
Oh yeah. 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 So
Mhm.
I know this is not. I'm gonna ask you a question, but will you
Sure.
ever change your wrestling name if you get into the main company?
Ah, man, you know what? I've had this conversation with myself so many times.
Oh, really?
I I uh I I guess I would be open to change it, but I don't think I would though. That I think that's another reason too why I kind of want to establish myself more as in the independence,
Mhm.
get my name built up
Yeah. Yeah.
more.
Of course.
That way, whenever that opportunity does come in the future to go to WWE or go to AEW, I hopefully by that time I'd have done enough work on my end to build up my name that I don't need to change my name and I can keep my name. If anything, I would at least love to keep Vega. If they make me change my name, I would love to at least keep my last name.
All right. Yeah. That'd be cool. So,
hmm
but there are a lot of Vegas in the WWE right now.
You know what's crazy though? There wasn't one to begin with though, and I don't think there's that many. I think there's only one. I think it's only Selena Vega.
I think you're right.
Yeah, unless I missed one. Oh, Savio Vega,
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
OG, the OG Vega.
The legendary.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. He's a great human being and an excellent worker. I met him a few times. I'm pretty sure he don't remember me, but I met him a few times, and he's a pretty good guy.
Really
hmm
nice. So can you tell me which wrestlers you had met, and if they were nice or were they rude? Were they cool?
Well, I mean, for the most part, every wrestler that I have come in contact with has been pretty laid back to earth, very respectful and everything. I think the one that caught me off guard the most was probably AJ Styles. Uh,
Wow.
Yeah, AJ Styles was cool because whenever I was doing the tryout that I told you, whenever we did the WWE 4 day
Yeah.
uh, tour, he was actually there, one of the people that was watching the tryout matches because it was on SmackDown, and he was on SmackDown at the time.
Yeah.
So afterwards, everybody was pretty much giving us critiques on, the matches that we had and everything. And AJ Styles, I'll never forget this, man. I asked everybody a question, everybody was respectfully answering it. Everybody, gave me their opinions.
Mhm.
AJ Styles, though, man, him and the Brian Kendrick
Right.
were very cool individuals because they were the only two that took time out of their busy day. I would like to say probably about 10 to 20 minutes apiece, just, giving us knowledge and, telling us what we need to do to actually, make it to this level. And I'll never forget what AJ Styles told me. He's like, you and me, we're look at us, we're built kind of the same. Obviously he's more muscle defined than
Oh
me, but
yeah.
he's like statured wise, he's like, hey, we're pretty much the underdog in every match that we come into. That's why we have to work harder than everybody else, because we got to make them look at us a different way than they look at everybody else. We got to work twice as hard as the guy that's standing next to us just because, the way that people perceive us. And I'll never forget that. I think that day was the day that made me realize, maybe I am working hard, but I need to work AJ Styles hard.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then Brian Kendrick was cool because afterwards, he he seemed like he was doing his own thing, so I didn't want to approach him, but he actually approached us. So that was
Okay.
pretty cool. He approached us, he asked us how long we've been doing this, told us where we could clean up our game, and he actually gave me his number so I could call him if I was ever in California so I could
Wow.
go train at his school. Unfortunately, though, this was, I want to say, 2 to 3 months before COVID happened.
Ooh.
So yeah, so I never ever ever got to cash in on that
Oh.
favor. I never got to cash in on that favor, man. He gave me his number, never got to use it, never got to tell him, hey, I'm in California. Is it okay if I stop at your school, check it out, train with you? Never got to do any of that because you saw how COVID was.
Oh yeah. Cooper was horrible.
It was horrible, man. It took way longer than what I thought
Yeah.
it was to go away, and then by the time it did went away, I'm like, I don't think he remembers me, so I haven't used that number at all.
He still might remember you.
You know what? I kind of play with the idea from time to time, because I still have the number, but I'm probably gonna wait until I see him in person and be like, hey, you remember me? Still got your number? Can I use it?
So yeah. So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you do get called up by the WWE,
Mhm.
would you rather go to the main roster first, or would you like to stop at like NXT first?
That's a good question, and you know, I don't want to sound. We can't
Cocky?
curse on here, huh? We can't curse on here.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I don't want to sound like an asshole or like an obnoxious jerk or anything like that. I'm very old school. Whenever I was watching wrestling, there was no NXT.
Yeah. No. No.
Maybe Sunday Night Heat or Velocity,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
But even those shows, they weren't a territory where you would go to hone your skills and then
Yeah.
you get called
True.
up to
Yeah.
the main roster. If you were on the main roster, you were already on those two shows. So me personally, I'm a firm believer. I'm old school. I do not want to go to NXT.
Okay.
I would like to go to the main roster.
Okay.
That's why I tell myself, I'm like, work hard out here in the indies, build your name up. So then when they do call you, maybe there is an opportunity for you to bypass the yellow brand or whatever color it
Yeah.
is right now. Sorry for not being up to date, and going straight into the main roster. But I'm also a realist, so if I have to go through that to make it to the main roster, I will go through it. But if you're asking me right now, would I want to go there?
No.
I rather let my work speak for itself out here, and then whenever I do get the call, go to the main roster. But their roster is stacked. Is the most
Yes, it
stacked
is.
roster that they've ever had. So, with that being said, I do understand that there's only X amount of spots.
Yeah.
So if there's a spot in NXT, hey, let's make NXT the third brand then.
Yep.
Exactly. Let's make it be equal to SmackDown and Raw if that is the thing that's gonna have
That's
to
it
happen.
too.
Hmm.
Then the follow-up question is: would you rather go to SmackDown or would you rather go to Raw?
Man, young me would have wanted to go to Raw.
Okay.
Older me is a SmackDown guy though, you know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Even when I did the 4 day tryout with WWE,
Yeah.
SmackDown, I'm gonna say was my favorite one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's the difference about it, you know. It just maybe it might have been the roster, maybe the people in charge of SmackDown. I don't know what it was.
Okay.
I just got a better vibe with the blue brand, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Totally.
Hmm. So I'm gonna go with Team SmackDown.
Nice, nice, nice
Yeah.
pick. So I forgot how long have you been in the business for?
Oh man, I started 17 at 17. This is my 15th year this year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So I've been pretty much, doing this for a while, trying to hone in my
Yeah.
craft as much as I can. And honestly, I feel like I feel ready, I feel ready for anything that comes my way. If they come and knock at my door, I am ready to go show them what I have, and hopefully, they see me as a valuable, commodity that could be added to their team.
And in your 15 years of doing this, have you ever thought about maybe going over to Japan?
Oh yeah, definitely. I would love to go over there. There was actually some talks about that prior to COVID happening, but
Oh, really?
yeah, whenever COVID hit, I think it pretty much reset everything in the sense of you know, we had La Familia and myself, we had momentum before COVID. We were
Yeah.
steadily going up, and then COVID hit, and no more shows, no more nothing. I think it took about probably 2.5 years,
Yeah.
and those 2.5 years, I don't know if you heard this expression, but out of sight, out of mind.
Hmm.
2 years we didn't really do nothing, and then
Yeah.
they weren't allowing shows to happen, but other people were bypassing these rules. They were having shows with no fans, no people,
Yeah.
just recording them, and they were doing it with their students. So what I think happened was during that time frame of those 2 years,
Hmm.
the people that took a break, because if we were in reality of wrestling, we had to be tested, doing this, and not
Yeah.
everybody was
Yeah.
following protocols everywhere else in the indies or anything like that. So, to not risk my health or anything like that, I took, I think, majority of the 2 year break, like no wrestling, no nothing. It was just
Wow.
training, just working out and doing all that stuff. But there was other people on that other side of that coin that were
Yeah.
still training. They were having shows, they were doing matches, and I think that's what kind of offset the playing field, because now when we came back and COVID went away and they said that we could start doing shows and everything, here comes back La Familia and Johnathan Vega. But you know
Yeah.
what? We've been gone for so long. We have to start back down at ground zero
Yeah.
and
True. True.
build back up, because, yeah, La Familia was present. They were probably raising up in 2018, but then they went away. We weren't really doing shows. We weren't recording or having shows with
Hmm.
no fans till, like, I think after the second year we started coming back. So that's how you got all these newer guys in the independent scene, and it pretty much has created a whole new field for everybody.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So can you name all the titles that you have won?
Man, I'm gonna try to remember. I'm gonna try to remember, because 15 years is
That's
a
a, yeah.
long
That's a
time.
long time.
Well, I guess I'll go backwards since I'll probably remember it better that way.
Yeah, yeah.
We are currently the Tomahawk Tag Team Champions.
Okay,
Uh, yeah, that's oh man, what was the name of that place? I'm bad with small towns. I want to say Silsbee, Texas.
okay.
Yeah, so they run over there, and then they have other shows at other small towns around Texas. So we're champions there. Me and Aiden Cristiano and Diego de la Cruz. Uh, we are also former Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
Okay.
Uh, also been a Lightning Division champion at another promotion when I first started. Been a cruiserweight champion. What was the other? Oh man, it's because they have so many names. Uh, I want to say it was a IWR Intercontinental Champion as well.
Okay.
Man, it's a couple of other ones, but I think the main ones were those at the moment that I got. Oh,
Okay.
I've also been a champion at Texas All Star Wrestling.
Oh,
We were tag team champions there. Pretty much we've been tag team champions anywhere we go. Since that's what we've been focusing on
yeah.
for the last couple of years. We've recently started doing some single stuff too. So hopefully next time we talk, I could tell you, hey, I'm Reality of Wrestling Texas champion, Reality of Wrestling champion. But right now, that's the list that I have for you, man. I wish I would have came prepared for that one.
No, no, that's cool. It's cool. I was also talking to another independent wrestler. You may
Uh-huh.
know. He goes by. i- i- Is it James?
Oh, is it James? That's my boy.
Right.
That's that's my boy. That's my partner, man.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the few homies in this game that I'm really close with, man. Cool guy.
Yeah, he's a
Got a
cool
good
guy.
head on the shoulders.
Yeah, I did an interview with him about 2 months ago, I want to say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
At the time, he was the NWA Texas champion.
He still is. He's still the current NWA Texas champion. I actually did work a show with him. Let's see, a month ago. Yeah, I caught up with him. He's also doing, I believe, a podcast where he asks people about their
Yeah,
favorite music as well.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm happy that you got a chance to talk to him. He's good people and he always has good conversation.
Yes, he does. He's a
Hmm.
super nice guy. Super.
Yes. Hmm. Maybe next time we could do an interview together.
That'd be great. That'd be wonderful. I would
I'll
love
talk to him. I'll talk to him and see what days he's free, and we might get that going.
that'd be wonderful.
Cool, cool, cool. We'll put a pin on that.
Yeah, yeah, we will. Anyway, so getting back to your career, is there a dream match of yours you would love to wrestle with? Any
Oh man,
promotion, any indies or the pros or the main stuff?
you know what? My dream matches per se, they're just that now. They're dream matches because I don't think they can happen no more.
Yeah.
I will give you the ones that I had prior, but
Okay.
then I'll give you the ones that I have now. So my dream match as a child was me one on one versus Eddie Guerrero.
Oh,
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's
yeah.
out of the cards,
Yeah.
But I would love to wrestle
Okay.
Chavo Guerrero.
Nice.
So that was one. Another one was me versus Edge.
Ooh.
But I don't know if the time frame will allow that to happen. I hope it does. I hope he hears this. By some weird way, it just happens to touch his ears, and we make this happen. Uh, the third one, I would have loved to have had a one-on-one match against either Kurt Angle or Chris Benoit.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, but those are not gonna be able to happen. So
No.
since those were my dream matches, I will tell you what my current dream match is
Okay.
now.
All
Uh,
right.
this one I guess is more for me than for anybody else because I guess if I think about it hard enough, I can find somebody. You know what? I'll say this, and then I'll give you the one that I was talking about.
All
My
right.
dream match right now in WWE will be me against AJ Styles.
Oh wow, that'd be great. That'd be good.
Yeah, I would love to wrestle AJ. That way, once I wrestle him after the match, I could be like, did I apply what you told me that day
Hmm.
in our match?
Oh, that'd be
Or
awesome.
yeah, or in my career, did I actually bring out more of you than what you normally been bringing out? Did I make you be that AJ Styles from 2010?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
uh, but now let's get to my dream match. My dream match is a triple threat match.
Okay.
Hopefully, at WrestleMania, me versus Gino Medina
Okay.
versus Brian Keefe from AEW.
Ooh.
So that is my dream match because those are my brothers. We started in the
Yeah.
business together. We've traveled together. We've done this crazy thing together for X amount of years, man. That we've had this match in plenty of other places that I would love to have it in the grandest stage of them all, though. But dream maybe, yeah. Possibility, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it gets done.
Yeah. Anything's possible.
That is true.
So
That
yeah,
is true.
we gotta make that happen. We gotta make.
Hey, you'll be the first one I tell if I find out it's happening.
Oh, that'd be
I will
great.
get you a first row ticket personally if it happens.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd
Yeah,
be
I
awesome.
got you.
So you're in a faction with two other people.
Yes.
Back in the day, when the NWO started, it only started with three people,
Yeah.
and they just added people to the. Would you ever add more people to the group of Lost City?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think we've kind of already experimented with that. At one point, I think we had what? Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. We had about 10 people in the group.
Did you really?
Yeah, we just had to start weeding some of them out though because some of them don't share the same vision that we do, and when you don't share the same vision,
Yeah.
you're bound to bump heads. So we did away with those. Right now I think the two core members are the originals, which is me and
Yeah.
Aiden Cristiano. Uh, Diego de la Cruz from time to time, he's still here. We have. Oh, I'm trying to see who else we had. I think it's just us three at the moment.
So when you had the 10 people in the group,
Yeah.
how did you get them out of the group?
Oh, well, I mean, sometimes they will weed their own selves out of the group. Some people stopped showing up. Some people got kicked out. Some people, wanted something different. So, hey, go for it. We're not holding you here. I think the main one was we hold ourselves to a certain standard.
Hmm.
So we understand not everybody's at the same level, but
Yeah, yeah,
if you don't at least try to stay somewhere in the ballpark, man, we just started weeding out people, man, because it's opportunity that could be going to somebody else.
yeah. That's true. That's true.
Hmm.
Right now, there's only three members, but is there a possibility that you might add a chick to the group?
Well, see, we had some, but
Oh, really?
yeah, one got injured, and then the other one, and it didn't really work out,
Okay.
So maybe that would actually be a good idea to look into that.
And would you have any eye on somebody? that you like to come in?
You know what? I might sound biased on this one, but I'm gonna say my wife.
Oh, and
I pro
is your wife
yeah,
a wrestler also?
yeah, she's a wrestler. She's a masked wrestler.
Oh, really?
Yeah, her name is La Spooky.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I gotta get an interview with her.
Hey, yeah, I'll send you over her information, man, and you can talk to her. But yeah, I would love to get her in there, but I think I might have to talk her into it though, because she started after me and she's always been keen on doing her career herself. She doesn't want people to think that she got
Oh,
anything
okay.
handed to her, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
I
but
get it.
she's been really good about that though. Everything that she's gotten, she's earned on her own though.
I get that. I get that. I get that. So
Yeah, so much respect, you know?
yeah, yeah. So is there any big matches coming up for you recently?
Yeah, so tomorrow I have a lucha show
Okay.
for Yano's promotion
Hmm.
here in Houston, Texas. I don't know what my match is yet, but you
Okay.
better believe somebody's getting their ass kicked. Then the following week, actually have Reality of Wrestling, and I also have another lucha show that same day at Phoenix Wrestling.
Okay.
So I'm doing Phoenix Wrestling in the afternoon. The show starts at noon for Mexican Independence Day. You know, they're celebrating that. So
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to be there. Me and Aiden Cristiano La Familia in full effect. We're defending our Tomahawk Tag Team Championships that day. And then as soon as we finish that show, as soon as we win our match and get our titles, we are going to get paid. We're hopping in our car and we're driving all the way to Texas City for Reality of Wrestling Platinum that night. And I don't know what Aiden has planned yet, but I am in a tournament of sorts. They haven't put out the rules yet, but the winner of this tournament gets to have a championship match of their choice. So hopefully we win
Oh
that one.
man. So the next time I talk to you, you might be the ROW champion.
Hey, I'm hoping that's the case because I am trying to get a briefcase or something that puts me in the front of the line. You know what I'm saying?
I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. That would be
Hey,
awesome.
hey, whenever I do though, whenever I get gold next time, I'm gonna take a picture and you're gonna be the first person I send the picture to.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey,
I
I
really
got you.
appreciate it. I do like the design on your t-shirts that you guys have for your faction.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. That's a new batch that we just got out. We're actually about to roll them out at these shows coming up. So I'll have some tomorrow at the Yano show. I'll also have
Wow.
some at the Phoenix show
Okay.
and at the Reality of Wrestling show too, because I have a few people hitting me up already for those.
Oh man, nice, nice.
You know what? When I actually have some more coming in. What size do you wear?
I usually wear XL.
Hey, I got you. I got you. Once I get more XLs in, I'll send you one.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Hey, no problem, man. We got to show each other support.
Yes, we do.
Yes, sir.
So the last question I had is, I asked this to all independent wrestlers. Who
Yes.
who would you, who would you put on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling in the independents and in the pro?
Ah, man, I'm gonna have to go Eddie Guerrero,
Okay,
Kurt Angle, Undertaker.
okay.
The last one is interchangeable, but I'm gonna go with AJ Styles.
Oh
I feel
wow.
like he's been doing this long enough and he's
Yeah, yeah.
adapted his game.
Those are some nice guys. Oh, did we lose you again?